Hey guys, we're back. Wait till you guys gather before I make an announcement. I need some lippy stickies. This is exciting. I'm okay now. I'm less nervous as I was before.
Obviously, because the lights are still on.
I know. I'm like excited for when he brings you on. It's gonna be funny.
Oh, it's gonna be funny.
It's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna put the live on you.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Hey guys. Hey, baby cakes. I miss you too. I'll put my lipstick on. Ooh. Kelly's laughing at me.
Which I do a lot. Like me doing dishes today, using my nebulizer, and you're like, you're so cute.
Oh my god, she had this like breathing machine,
It's
like
my
it has a
nebulizer for my
thing that
husband.
comes out of her mouth. And I was like, oh my god, you look so cute.
As I'm doing dishes. Literally, doing dishes.
She was freaking adorable. She had this thing coming out of her mouth and she's doing dishes. I was laughing my butt off.
Yeah, no, you really were.
Okay, so guys, I want to tell you, I would love to get in touch with you about your mentoring. Absolutely, Mikey. Just inbox me. That's fine. It's awesome. Oh, and join the mentoring medium, and you'll get a lot of stuff on there. Also, guys, really need donations for Mike. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but anything you guys can give would be awesome. Go to the Journey into the Light .org and just hit the PayPal. I mean, even if it's $5, it's helping him, and he helps so many people. Like it's his time for us to help him. I'm definitely making a donation after we're done here, so shh, don't tell him. I'm doing it anonymously, so don't tell him. So yeah, so anything you guys can do would be awesome. And I don't know if he's bringing me on again. Yeah.
And we're back.
Okay, giving you to Kelly. I'm going back on.
Oh my gosh. Feeling all the way down. Okay, so we are back here live here with Christina Watts, the Divine Medium, here on Journey into the Light. I am your host, Michael Long. As we go into our second hour, how long will we go? I've guaranteed everybody we go 2 hours. If we go into the third hour, we'll see if Christina and myself are still standing at the time. We'll see. And we'll see how many people are calling in, donating for the cause, and so forth. Okay, so if you're just joining us, a little recap. We are doing a very special fundraiser on this show, and the cause, this, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, is, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, is I, myself, as your host for all these 8 years, have been losing my sight, and I need, in the morning, to go in for a procedure to correct this, because without it being corrected, I will go blind in the near future. And I am needing, and thought I would already have, but some people said a couple of people's comments said, well, Mike, you got to think of yourself. And I know that's true. You got to a certain extent, but it's really hard for someone like me, because I always know that God will have my back, that I will be taken care of, and I have been all these years. And people say, well, you should have thought of the fundraiser before you did the thing for Melvin. And it's like, no, won't go there with that. I would do it again, over and over and over, and we're going to continue to do it. But right now, I need to raise $500 so that I can have this procedure tomorrow. Otherwise, I can't. It's that simple. Right now, we've been on the air for an hour, and we've raised roughly $100. And thank you for all the people who gave. But we still are very short of the goal, and I don't have much time. I'm getting nervous. to is journeyintothe.light.org. No matter if you're calling in or if you're just listening, if you love this show, you love what we've done on this show, please consider giving. Journeyintothe.light.org. Click on the PayPal button. Once you give a donation, like if you're calling in, we suggest $25. I will see that, and we will come to your call. And Christina and I will stop what we're talking about, and we'll go to your call, okay? And otherwise, we're going to start in on our conversation. So go to the website, and if you need help, pull me up on either the chat room, Facebook is good source, journeyintothe.light.org, where it says buy a reading. There's like a PayPal thing, tag there also. Just go there and give a donation. And lastly, as I said earlier, if anybody donates $100, I'm going to give you a 5-show pass. That for any show you can use that pass for 5 shows to automatically guarantee to get in on any show. No donation required for any cause, and there you go. Okay. And lastly, let me just say, I know some people are just unable to donate and need a reading. This is my 8th year of doing Journey in Light, and I do generally 4 to 8 shows a day, and it's always free readings, always free. And so, just come back, okay? But this one, we have to set a priority if I want to continue the show, because without eyesight, I can't do the show. I can't even see my switchboard. So, and I won't even go there and think about it, okay? It's not going to happen. But I need your help and support, so please. Okay. It will work out. Okay. All right, great. All righty. So, there you go. Okay. Looking at my announcements here before we get started here, our next round.
Hey, I'm
Welcome
here.
back.
I'm here.
Okay, great. Okay, so now we can dive into your story. Hey.
What do you want to know?
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, so take us back to the day, and tell us again, new hour, what exactly happened to you, and then what happened from there. Maybe just take us along.
Okay.
The initial journey.
Again, I was born with this. I didn't just obtain it. I came into this world with it. I was doing internal investigations in Orlando, Florida, and was there for many, many years. And I was heading into my shift at one point, and I was pulling out of the gas station, and it's Colonial's the main road that runs through. And there was a kid that was speeding, trying to get to the college about 10 minutes down the road, University of Florida. And he smashed into my car about 60 miles an hour through my driver's side. And the initial hit, it did something. The best way I can describe it to your listeners is it's a yanking and a dropping. A lot of people think heaven is up. It really isn't. It's about 3 to 5 feet away. It's like a hop and a skip to the next room, if you will. And I was dropped in the middle of what looked like a classroom where night and day mixed. I was standing in day, but I was looking out at night. And there was tons and tons, trillions of stars. And there was a desk standing before me, a really, really large desk. Didn't look like it was something that you sat at. And it was hand carved. Different like marbles and wood pieces, like just mixtures of things that you wouldn't normally see here on Earth. And I was communicating with someone to this day. I don't know who that could have been. Could have been my guide. I don't know. I was never revealed that. But when I would look back, the stars were coming forward towards me, and they were shaped. They were forming shapes like beings, beings of light. You couldn't tell if they were male or female unless you asked. As soon as you ask a question, the answer is given immediately, with a matter of milliseconds. I was shown this classroom for a reason. They kept talking about the teacher of the masses, and then I asked, and at one point, who is this teacher of the masses? And the answer immediately came to me, and it didn't come through mouth form. Our communication in heaven is through the mind, and the answer came to me that I was the teacher of the masses. I taught souls how to prepare for Earth before they came here, and not only this experience, but I was shown many, many different realms. I was shown, parts of hell. I was shown, and the biggest thing is all these aliens, these visitations that we keep having. What people aren't understanding is they are us, and we are them, and we are all connected through heaven. So this is not the only realm that we can go to. When we go back to heaven, we can decide to go to a different realm, and when you go to that realm, you put on that costume. You do your mission, you learn things, you grow, and once you're done, you go back to heaven, which is what I like to call home base or dispatch, because I use those police logos. So heaven is dispatch. And say, for example, you go to one realm and you go back home and decide to come to Earth. And why we come to Earth is because it's the most challenging, it's the most weighed down. How do you obtain love? How do you gain love? And how do you receive love? Out of the most challenging of places. It's very difficult to gain and give love here. And it seems to be the Harvard of all realms. I was shown that I led an army. This army in particular dealt with dark. And when I came back from this experience, I gained a lot of extra gifts. The gifts I had already were heightened. I came back with books on knowledge on dark and how to get rid of it. So I do have a team that goes with me when I go to houses. And when I walk into that house, it might take 8 hours, it might take 18 hours. But when I'm done, that thing is out of the house and it's done and over with. I don't have to return. Because there's certain things that I am able to do that others can't. Like a priest, for example, would put a temporary blessing on the house where this thing could return within 3 months' time. Whereas when I go in, it's done. It's over with. Go ahead.
Let me stop you there. Do you do prayers or anything? I mean, do you have a ritual you do, or how do you get a?
It's not necessarily a ritual. I don't believe in the whole voodoo. Let me sing some ritual mumbo stuff. It's not like that. I call in certain angels that I deal with. We do certain, I guess if you want to call it meditation prayer or meditation blessing words. And these words that I use in correlation as a sequence, these dark entities can't be around it. So what I do is I go around to each room and I say, it's specifically what I'm told to say, and I trap them into one room. So we start from the bottom and work our way up. Once they're in that room, that's when we really pull out all the stops. And once that happens, they have to be removed from that room and they cannot come back. And that's how that works.
How is this experience? Is it like the movies to a certain extent, or not at all? Like as far as loud noise, banging, chaotic, or is it?
No, it's definitely not chaotic. Things can move. Things. I mean, I've been pushed onto steps. I've been touched. You know, certain things like that. But see, to me, I don't get scared. My teammates. Let me just give you an example. We were dealing with a dark entity at a house, and I found his little toy that he was trying to use within the house, and I told the homeowner to go burn it. And he didn't like that. He kicked the door, and the door swung open, and my teammates jumped back in fear, and I went forward because I know these things in life, in death, and you know, crossing over, and I know what they're capable of and what they're not capable of, and they have no power.
You
over
yelled at
us.
him.
Yeah, I did yell at him. Kelly just said it. I yelled at him. I did yell at him because I'm not afraid. They cannot hurt me. And the thing is, when you give them power by being afraid, you're just making it worse for yourself. If you show them that you're not afraid and you were made in God and made in Christ, they have no power over you. None whatsoever. When I go into a house, I'm looking for mice, and I'm baiting the trap. That's how I see it. That's how I look at it. I go in with the grace of Jesus, just calm and collected. I'm going in to clean. So.
Have they ever told you anything?
Yeah, they use words. You know, I've been told I was gonna get raped. I was told I was gonna get pushed, or I was gonna get hurt, or I was gonna get punched, or one of my teammates was gonna get hurt. And their words, it's just words. It's simply just words.
Yep, threats.
It's just threats. They have nothing else but to do that. They have nothing else, and they know that. Actually, the third house that I did when I first started doing this, I heard the words demon hunter. And apparently that's what they started calling me. She's coming, the demon hunter, she's coming. So I laughed, I chuckled at it. I was like, that's hilarious. That's pretty funny that they gave me a nickname. So, yeah.
Also, that's the other thing I find remarkable truth in that you believe that there is demons. It's not just, as some people say, dark entities. There are demons, right?
Right. Yes. They go by different names. I'm pretty sure, you know, demon was a normal way of simplifying their names. I don't mention any of them. And actually, I know a lot of knowledge about demons, and one of the ones that I just find mind-boggling, because a lot of people don't know this is what's going on. But you go to church and you say a prayer, and the letter A word at the end of each prayer, and I'm not going to say it, is actually a demon. And not too many people know that. And the thing with this demon is he's a demon of hidden treasures or secrets. And what has been going on in the Catholic Church right now? For the past, 80 years, I guess? And if you close a prayer with that specific demon, it gives him leeway to do whatever he wants with it. And he has for the last how many years? And the vibration of me coming back has swung a door open to a light being beamed on these churches. And what I keep hearing over and over again is that these walls will come trembling down. And they're starting to. Their source of strength, of pillaring, is going to start coming down. Now, there is churches with good priests that have the light of God in them that is just trying to support and help people, and God will protect those churches. But the ones that are riddled with dark, they're coming down, and they're coming down fast.
No, that's good. And, you know, a caveat to that is, and I know you would agree to this, is not all priests are bad. There's a lot of tremendous good priests.
Yes, very. And I know a few of them. I know a few of them.
Catholic Church.
Right.
It's, you know, all the churches, not all the churches. But
And I'm just using the Catholic Church as an example because they're the ones that have the light on them right now. So, and there's a very good reason for that light to be on them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, So I didn't mean to stop you there, but it's
no, you're fine.
discussion in different parts. So, okay, continue on. So we've gone past now
the different realms, you know. Right. And I got to see all this stuff, and I don't want to divulge too much because I am working on a book, you know, to be published where I divulge more details. and it's a lot of detail. There was a lot of stuff I saw. But the message that I was supposed to come back with is it's not to be about religion. Religion has segregated us, has split us up into sections, and that's not what God had intended. He wanted us to come together in community. And the funny thing that I recognized when I went there is when I went through my life review and went over my soul contract that I had come up with myself, because your soul contract is you. Your guides are guiding you on the soul contract that you came up with yourself. And there's different options, different outcomes, and you don't have to specifically pick one path. There's different paths. There's different ways of learning. And just because a situation might look bad, it might still be a learning lesson. It's not necessarily bad. It's just you're going to learn from it, and better things will come along the way. But the one thing that jumped out at me was there was no desk or tunnel that said, "Hey, Catholic, this way." I was never asked what my denomination was. I was asked, how did you show love in that instance? How did you gain love in that instance? And this is what was repeated to me. You know, what did you learn? Did you learn anything through love? Or, you know, you were angry in that situation. What made you angry? Could you have shown love instead of anger? Could you have done this? Could you have done... Nothing about religion had come up in my life review. Now, a life review is an experience that is profound. It's not God judging you. It's you judging yourself based off of what you're experiencing. So let me use this as an analogy. You are walking along the street and you see a person kick a dog. You feel that. You have that experience. You have the feeling of, oh my gosh, that dog just got kicked by that person. And then you start feeling angry. Now switch it. You're the person that kicked the dog. What are you feeling? Now switch it again. You're the dog getting kicked. These are all the feelings that you're going to feel in your life review. So when I tell you, when you hurt somebody, you will feel it tenfold. And there's a point to it. The point is, how do I not do this again? What am I learning from hurting someone? And how can I get myself to not do it again? How can I make myself more humbled and less angry?
Yeah, I think a good point with that also is people's thoughts of, oh, he got away with it. And the thing is,
no, they never do.
Gets away with anything, right?
No, they don't. And I work a lot of homicide cases, and I do have, you know, certain people on the case. They always say, wow, is this person going to get away with this? If they do here, they won't when they cross over. No. There's consequence. There is, you know, your actions will speak volumes when you cross over. So that nothing's hidden under a rock. It will be shown in truth.
Yes, definitely. It's
like, for example,
Go ahead.
Your listeners tonight, they're hopefully we're getting no donations. What they're not fathoming is, if you hurt somebody, you feel it tenfold. But if you help somebody, it's just as large amount that you feel. And by helping someone, it's an amazing feeling that you're going to feel there than you will here. It does feel great to help somebody here, but when you go cross over and you go through your life review, it's triple what you're going to feel here. And they see both sides of the coin, and you will feel both. Right. Yes. Yes. I agree.
Okay. Was there, now, when you said earlier about when you crossed over the other side, it was like a hop, skip, and jump to another room in the house. When you did that, did the worldly things, like wherever you were, did that go away, or did you still see that? Like,
you mean the feelings of being back here?
Did you actually see both, or did you, when you transferred over to the other side, you couldn't see earthly things anymore? Like,
actually, there's like it's like a feeling of a magnetism, like you're hovering over what's happening, but you're also going through the experience. So it's happening all at once. You're in the moment of everything. But the further in I went, yes, I was no longer in this realm. I was in the other one. But the initial of me standing in my classroom, yeah, I could still look back and see my car and what was going on. I saw the ambulance people going in my passenger side and putting something on my neck. There was somebody in the back seat helping him put that on. So I saw all that going on. And I did hear one of them saying, "Hurry up, we're losing her." So I did hear all of that, all those things. So yeah, I was still kind of there. And then when we went deeper into the journey, I was less in this realm. So yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And actually, the funny thing is, when I came back, I literally thought I hit my head. I was pushing what happened away because I think it scared me a little bit that the things that I saw. I couldn't comprehend it all, and I couldn't comprehend being here still. It was almost like I was still in the spirit, and I couldn't. I was having a hard time being here, and almost like I was angry, and I stayed in my house for about 2 years, and I didn't leave. My neighbor actually did my grocery shopping for me. And it took a man, I don't want to, give his name or anything. He's a writer. He did some books on the paranormal and things like that. But he had contacted me through Facebook and had said something along the lines of, "I recognize your soul." And I said, "Okay." So I kind of, continued the conversation with him. And he had said, "Well, the way you talk on Facebook is how you taught." And nobody had known what had happened to me. I hadn't talked to anybody about it. I kind of kept it to myself because I thought people would think I was crazy at the time. Now I don't see that. And he had said to me, yes, his story is that he had died for about 18 hours. He was dead. Woke up in the morgue. And he was over there for about 64,000 years. And he ended up in Plateau. And Plateau it's not, I guess it would be the Catholics' way of saying purgatory, but it's not as bad as they make it out to be. And it's just a self-absorbed little bubble that you're put into, and they want you to understand why you're there. And the point is, how do we get you to not do it again? So that after he went to Plateau, then he was sent to me. He was sent to my classroom. And I was to further help him along his journey so that he could return. So he does remember all of this. And that communication with him is what kind of started pushing me out of my house. And it was like a wake-up call. Listen, you had that experience. Here's your proof. Now get the hell out of the house. And it was like a boot to my butt out of the house. And they put me on this journey for a reason, and I had to start doing it. And I was, losing time by staying in my house, being depressed over it. So that's kind of how I started getting into this.
Wow, and I just want to mention to the people who maybe have joined us as we've been talking the last half hour is if you want a reading here with Christina, go to the website, and it's a fundraiser. Go to the website, journeyintothelight.org, journeyintothelight.org. It says, buy a reading, PayPal, make a donation, suggest $25, and the goal is need to raise $500. I needed to get some eye surgery done, so I'm seeing what I'm doing, and if you've already done that, and you haven't come on air yet, please let me know, either in the chat room, put in your area code, or on Facebook, or email me if you need to. Let me know, please. We want to make sure we get you in, okay? And Jessica in the chat room, please let me know. I didn't get your email, but I'm not sure if you've donated yet or not, but I do want to thank everybody that has already. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And Christina, let's continue on. Conversations with Jesus. Can you tell us those?
What do you want to know?
Oh my gosh.
My team gets to talk to him often, actually. Kelly could inform you, when she talks about her book, she'll inform you of all that. I do what's called channeling.
Is this a regular thing?
Yes,
Talk to Jesus. I thought maybe you're when you crossed over.
No, I did talk to him there, but and that's when I realized that what I taught was only because of what I learned from him. It was a recognition of he was my original teacher, obviously. Go ahead.
yeah, let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
And gosh, I got a lot of them. So what is his view of the Bible and the Bible days? How did it get so misconstructed that he is the lone savior? He supposedly said these words: "If you don't believe in him, you'll perish."
It's a belief that it's a belief and a faith of love. It's not so much him because, well, I guess, yeah, I'm getting corrected. It is him because he is the basis of love. So if you're not believing in him, then you're not believing in love. That's the correctedness that we're not understanding. And there are so many books that were taken from us, removed to control us. The thing is, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were beginner chapters, or beginner books, if you will, to start us on our journey. And then there was supposed to be level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and those were to awaken us and keep us going. And those were taken from us. They were removed from us. So now we're getting mediums like myself and Emiliani who are accelerating us to the next levels, to awaken us. Because when I was there, I got to see vibrations on Earth. Everything vibrates, even the little ants on the ground. They vibrate at a small rate, even down to the plants and the trees. Everything feels. And what I started noticing was there were certain people that were asleep. They had a certain energy about them that you could tell they weren't awakened or seeing the light. The veil hadn't been lifted on them, and they weren't seeing things. So they were very angry and closed-minded and judgmental and hating and not showing God's love. And I'm just going to use the pastor recently that everybody's posting about that said that in his congregation had said that he was happy that that club was shot up and all those people had died. My answer to that is, if you don't know God's heart, you should not be preaching it, period. His job should be taken from him, because that is not the way of God. God does not
those are his children.
Delight in hurting his children or people hurting his children. He does not see it this way, and neither does Jesus. Jesus is of kindness. He actually, if you can remember, ran from the priests because he knew better. He knew a certain way that they didn't. And he put it exactly right on the cross. They know not what they do. And until they cross over, then they will. When they go through their life review, then they will know. And hopefully they'll learn enough that when they do come back, they won't do it again. And that's the point. So he didn't necessarily judge them. He just avoided the negativity. And that's basically what I try to do. I try to ignore or stay away from the closed-minded, the angry, because eventually they're going to learn. They're at a level that we don't really necessarily understand. Everybody's at a different spiritual vibration, and they shouldn't necessarily be judged, but they necessarily shouldn't have an action to speak the way that they do either. Because eventually they're going to answer for that. So when it comes to Jesus, he's of full heart. I remember one time when somebody had struck at a civilian, and somebody went to kill the Roman, and the Roman died, and he put the Roman in his arms and said, no, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Stop this. He didn't want anger. If your religion makes you hate people, then you're doing something wrong. You're doing something really wrong. You're definitely not getting the heart of Jesus. I don't know how to say it better than that. Mike, are you there?
We're still going here. Your phone looks like it's okay.
Yeah. I hope he's okay. Oh, Mike, are you there?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
No.
Go back to the screening room and people are, yeah.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. wife's name?
Oh, Katie, hi.
Katie. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your support.
Sure. Aloha.
Hi, Katie.
So are you ready? Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question, hon?
Well, my boyfriend and I broke up in March, and I've been so depressed. Well, we still were seeing each other for a long, through May, mid-May, so I didn't really feel the effect of it. And then just recently, I just haven't seen or talked to him for like a week or so,
Okay.
and now it's really hitting me. And I'm just wondering, number one, I want to know if he's like thinking about me and if he wants to get back together, and then also, if not, am I going to meet someone else? Because this is like, it's been very difficult.
Okay. There's a reason why they took him out of your life. Were you aware of the red flags around him? Is that what kind of separated you in the first place?
Well, yeah, everyone has issues, but
Right.
Yes, I know that he has issues.
Because they're pointing out something specific. They're telling you that you deserve love. I'm not sure if there was something with finances and career with all this, but that came up as well. And they're telling you two things, because this is a guidance reading, and your guides never give you the answers fully, but they give you the options to decide for yourself. And right now, in your column with him, they're telling you you deserve love, to continue paying attention to the red flags, the finances and career with him or you, and to give your relationship a chance. That's one option, is to figure out what went wrong and fix it. The second option is, if that cannot be done, if there is no reconciliation, then they have been calling in the person you are actually supposed to be with. This relationship you were in with him was something of a learning process. The true person that they're trying to call in is your soulmate, quote unquote, somebody you're more inclined to get along with. And they're telling you it's safe for you to love this person, and it's going to be new, and it may even lead to a wedding. So they're telling you to retreat and take time for yourself to allow this person to come in and just pretty much, in so many words, sweep you off your feet. Because he's going to be more inclined to, in so many words, level with your vibration and get along with you better. So there's no disruption, there's no discord. Okay? Now, with the other one, your past one, every breakup takes time. And I keep hearing them shouting, give it time, give yourself time. If you're feeling depressed, do something to lighten your mood. Whether it's a movie or music or just hanging out with your friends, don't be alone. There's definitely people in your life that care about you. So don't go through this alone. Trust me, I've been through some serious, nasty breakups, and my crew can tell you firsthand. But honestly, you have to see it for what it is. What went wrong and why did it go wrong? Look at it from an outside point of view. Was it you or was it him? What were you learning while you were with him? These are the questions you should ask.
What it was?
Go ahead.
Is he kept on encouraging me to only work one of my jobs, and he even wrote, and he's an attorney, he even wrote my resignation letter for me and everything on one of my jobs.
So it was career and finance.
Because I got lazy. I knew that I shouldn't become financially dependent on him, but I did.
Right.
And then when I did, then he held it against me and resented me for it. But he all along was saying, no, I want to take care of you. And I knew that I shouldn't do it, but I did because it was easier, and it was easier for me to be codependent on him.
So there's two things going on. It was finance and career with you, and two, the red flag that they're trying to point out to you that you're not seeing is that he was giving you mixed signals. So what were you learning? Do you go back and continue doing this with him, or do you allow somebody else to come in and help you with this? Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
he shouldn't have been giving you mixed signals, and most likely that's the reason why you became codependent in the first place, is because he was pushing you in that direction.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So see it for what it is. Stop blaming yourself. Maybe your guides were pointing to you that it wasn't the right time for you to do that, and he was pushing you in a direction that you just weren't ready to do. And maybe you were listening to your guides on this, and that was probably a good thing. No one should push anybody to do something that they aren't ready to do.
Right. In a way, it was really good because it got me off my butt, and I'm trying to get this other job that's a really good job.
Okay, that's good for you. Think of it as something that's amazing happening to you. Try to take him out of the equation a little bit. See that this is happening to you, and you can thank him for doing that for you. And that's maybe something that you had to learn, was maybe that was what the relationship was. He was there to motivate you. But you always have to listen to your guides. If it wasn't the right time for you, it wasn't the right time for you.
But do you think he's missing me? Do you think he wants me back?
I'm definitely getting that he's missing you, because nobody just shuts feelings off like that have been there for so long. Wink, wink. So, yeah. So that doesn't just shut off. But for the fact of having you back, he would definitely, the ball would be in his court. He would want to see changes. And is it necessarily supposed to be like that? Is it necessarily his relationship and not yours? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you did go back, it would have to be ground rules. Standing your ground, saying, okay, I learned my lesson. Let's make it about us and not just about one of us. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm way more, actually, to be honest with you, way more financially secure than he is.
That's a good thing.
like, he moved in with me.
Okay.
So
you guys were actually helping each other out. So were you necessarily codependent?
So you can see someone else for me to...
I definitely... If I could show you the cards I have in front of me, well, you could actually go look at them if you were on the live feed on Facebook. You could see your cards. But yes, new love. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, what are they? Yeah.
It's new love, and this new love is to lead to a wedding and a retreat of a wedding, which means that the wedding's not going to be around where you live. And it's safe for you to love. They're telling you to keep an open mind with this. Even though you're hurting, this person is here to help pick up the pieces. And he is who you're meant to walk this life with. He's going to be more your route. Okay?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for your help. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And by the way, he's pretty cute. Just putting that out there.
You know what? I had someone else say to me that they thought that they saw me with somebody, and they described them, and they said the same thing. And my skin.
Yeah, he's pretty cute. I have a boyfriend. I can't go there.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey.
How will I know? How am I going to know?
You'll know. Just trust me. It'll hit your heart. You will just know. Just trust me on this. You'll know.
Okay. Okay.
All right, we got it.
You're welcome, honey.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see where we go next here. Let's bring in Jessica. These lights bounce around when someone hangs up. It bounces up. At that time, I hit the button, and it's the wrong person. Okay, here's Jessica. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question, honey?
I had a question. Can we do medium, or are they just psychic questions?
They're not psychic, and it's not medium. It's more of a guidance.
Okay. I have a lot of friends that are intuitive, and I keep getting something coming up with having another child, and I'm confused. Like, every time I start to let the idea go, we thought we were done having kids, it comes up again, and someone else mentions it to me or gets a dream about it, so I'm trying to find out, like, what's going on with this. Like, it's really confusing.
Okay, you said you have friends that are intuitive? Okay. Did you have a loss?
Did we lose a child?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know that it was a girl?
I always told it was a girl.
Yes, it was.
We didn't know for sure.
Okay. I am gonna tell you. She has been trying to come through. Yeah, she's been trying to choose the path of coming back to you guys again. But again, that decision is up to you and him. It's not necessarily up to her. But I do see her trying to come through again. She chose you guys as her parents for a reason. And I don't want you thinking of that loss as negative. I lost my son, and there's always a reason for it. Those kinds of souls, they're actually called what's called a pure soul, and they're deemed through God. No one deals with their soul contract except him. No spirit guide deals with their contract, because they're there for a specific reason. And once they do that reason, then they go back home. And they don't want themselves to be looked upon as negative. They actually want to have a name. They want to be a part of you still. And this is just another reason why she has been trying to come through. She feels like it was a heartache and a loss, and she's trying to triumph over it to come through again. But again, it's a waiting game for her, because she needs the decision to be okay with you and him. So this decision really is up to you two.
Okay, I at this point don't see it as a loss. Like, it's been quite a few years, like 6 years, and I'm okay with it. We've had a son since then, and I know that it brought us closer. And I've accepted it. Like, I'm okay. If we have another kid, my husband, I'm not sure where he's in. I think he'd be happy.
Right. They're telling you that
definitely.
it's once you make that definitive decision, because I got the fertility card, she will come through. This will be her time. She sees it as a loss because she didn't get to have her time with you. So now she's trying again. So, yeah.
Okay. That's what I was told to by other people.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
going to be a blessing.
I'm just myself, and so that's one thing I've just wondered, like, because I thought we were done with kids, but it keeps, like, coming up through all different ways, all different people that I've met and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering, like, with career and, like, I guess what next? Like, if
they will make it possible. They will make it possible. I keep seeing a harvest of material, spirituality, and money. Everything's going to start coming together. Give it about 7 months. This is all going to start coming together. It's going to be a harvest, because I have the harvest card, and that means an abundance is coming to you. So it will work out. If she is meant to come, they will provide for you. Just trust and believe that they will do everything they can to make it well for you all, for her to be here. And it's going to be, because I keep hearing she's going to triumph. I keep hearing that over again. She's going to triumph. It's going to be a blessing. It's just going to be happy all around.
Thank God. Yeah. I struggle with my gifts. Like, it's so hard. Sometimes I feel very in tune, and like I know I can make a big difference in this world and do a lot of good, and then other times it's like, well, what am I doing?
I don't know if you heard with the other caller. I have hundreds of students that I help around the world. If you go on are you on Facebook at all?
Yes.
Okay.
And I looked up your Facebook.
Yes. Go to the mentoring medium page. The mentoring medium page is where all my students are, and I can keep in touch with you, and we will figure it out. I will help you. And I don't charge for this. This is out of, I helped. I like helping my students, because I was there. I was at that point where I was confused. I didn't know what to do with my gifts. I didn't know how to hone them. And it took a long time to hear my own guide and have her guide me. And I want to give back. I want to help those that were in the same spot as I was. And if that means taking time to help hundreds of people, I will. So join the Mentoring Medium page. Throw me an email. and just keep in touch with me, and we'll do an evaluation on you to figure out what gifts you have to a specific, and how to use crystals to amplify it and to protect you from dark that's making you feel confused right now. Because that's mainly what it is. God is of simplicity. Dark entities are confusion. Just remember that.
And I felt like I stumbled into the wrong person, and I actually was told that through meditating, that he was trying to get me to be a student of his, and he was sending bad waves my way, so I just,
Oh, well, that's not good.
I up my protection, I started wearing crystals,
that's why I
sent them around, and since then I feel better.
Well, that's why I started
I feel like I'm so ready to go, like, when is it going to take off? Like, I'm so ready to go. Where do I go from here?
Well, this is why I started the page where all my students can talk to one another so that they don't feel alone. And you can talk to anybody that's on there. And you can come to me, come to Kelly. Kelly's an administrator on there. Come to Phelan Hall. She's another one of my team members. If you go on the website, you'll see all my team members, and you can talk to any one of them. Okay? Don't feel alone. We'll get you through this.
Okay. I guess, yeah, just anything else that you get that you're hearing or anything I need to know.
Just lean on your guides and just be happy that she's going to be coming through, and it's going to be healthy. It's not going to be too hard on you. But I got to tell you, she's full of spirit, so you're going to have your hands full. She's gonna be a spirit. She's gonna be full of spirits. And, yeah, get your mommy gloves on. She's gonna be a fun one.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay, that's crazy.
Something to look forward to.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Mike left us again.
No.
I think Mike left us again.
He's napping.
Yeah, I think he's kind of overwhelmed trying to run like 6 things.
I know. It gets busy when I come on the show.
It does.
He gets overwhelmed.
We should be getting
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of callers.
Since I told you, so under your Facebook page, there's a group, or is it on your Facebook page to meet other people that you mentor? And
on the Facebook, if you go to Facebook and search Mentoring Medium, that's where you're going to find that page. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Separate page.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, on the website, it's more of I have a shop, and the shop's there. You can look through the shop stuff that we have. Or the different, like I do live feeds on Facebook, so you can go to YouTube. There's a YouTube link, and you can watch all the live feeds as you want. There's all kinds of stuff on the website.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we just gotta wait for Mike. Oh, Michael!
Like I got hit really hard out of nowhere, like my head's vibrating.
It happens when people are around me. My teammates deal with it a lot, especially Phelan. She's over here scowling.
Rolling her eyes and scowling.
Rolling her eyes, scowling, because every time she comes around me, she either gets dizzy or her head hurts.
Which is currently both.
Currently both, she said. The energy is really high today, because I'm dealing with a lot of callers and listeners, so it's a lot to deal with. But I got my armor on. I'm good.
I'm alright.
Yay!
Hey, you're
Hey,
back.
you woke up.
You woke up from your nap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We
I
were.
was in the screening room, and I came back, and you guys were talking. I thought, okay, you're continuing the conversation. Okay, great. All right. All right. Thanks, Jessica.
Bye, Jessica. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. All right. Much love. Thank you for your support. And, okay, we're back here with Christina Watts. Boy, yeah, talk about with the effect you have on people.
Yeah.
I am completely trained.
Your ass is hot.
I'm just being honest.
Holy hot ass.
I'm enjoying it, but
Did you fall?
So are my teammates. They're over here laughing.
Are you sure?
they understand.
Seat is on fire,
I'm not
man.
just having fun, but
I'm telling the
put
husband.
on some Mexican music
Oh boy.
Local
boy.
Caracha, local Caracha.
That's right. All right. Well, you still got a little more energy left?
Oh yeah, I can go all night. Bring it.
That's what he said.
Now I know why those demons are scared of you.
Oh, I can go. I can go like a battery. But once this is over with, I will probably crash and eat a whole pizza.
Or like a pack of hot dogs.
Yeah.
Maria. You been doing that? Big
Demons
touch.
are like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Here goes Christina.
I'm coming for you.
Red dogs.
Okay, so we're gonna take one other break here. It's at the top of the hour.
Commercial.
And great. I'll meet you so you can take off. And okay, everybody, we're gonna continue on. Okay, so
But we're taking a
if you
commercial.
look to reading, this is kind of like last call.
Oh,
You need to if you want a reading.
I like that.
Go to the website, make a donation.
Reminds me of
It's journeyintothelight.org. Journeyintothelight.org. Click on the buy a reading PayPal button. And if you're just joining us, the fundraising we're doing today, I hate to ever raise funds for the show or for myself. But if I don't, there will be no more show. As I mentioned at the top of the hour, past several months I've been steadily losing my eyesight. It's been very, very hard to even do shows. I haven't said that publicly. I have just struggled. But again, I don't bring up my difficulties because the show is about you. So I learned that my first year, my difficulties do not ever enter this show. So, because we're here for you. But if I don't do this procedure in the morning, I will probably go blind in a very short time. And I can't do that for a lot of reasons. And I thought we would be fine by now. We wouldn't have to do a show like this. And I really had planned to take the night off, to be honest with you, with so much going on in Florida. And I have limited my shows this week.
Get my crystal
just
iron.
for a lot of reasons. It seems like the best to do that. And, but I am needing to raise $500 by the morning. And we are halfway there.
That's
We
pretty
are
awesome.
halfway there.
Awesome. Yeah, that is awesome.
And if you can help donate to the cause tonight, I obviously would be so very grateful. And for those who have given so graciously, I am truly and forever in your debt. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's very, very hard for me to ask for help for myself. And I could do fundraisers for other people like Melvin and so forth all day long. And it might be a little tiring, but I can do it all day long. But something like this is much difficult. So, journeyintothelight.org is where you go. Journeyinthelight.org. Gonna take a break, but if you love Journey into the Light, if you listen to Journey into the Light, and you have a spiritual heart, and we still got to raise $250. Maybe someone will come up with a big donation and put us over the top. That would be such a blessing. But I'm going to take this break here, and we'll be back here on the other side of this break. Going long here tonight. All right, let's do that.
It smells like hairy, big, gigantic
I know
donkey
but in
balls.
the meantime, I'm gonna go use my nebulizer.
You're on next.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
Last thing
mean,
I need to do is wheeze on my radio.
sweaty.
I am sweating.
She was a showgirl.
Lola.
I told you that's the name, wasn't the song.
No.
Lola's. Yeah. Oh,
Freeland knows. She won't tell me though.
not allowed, Maria said.
I channeled a Lola and they won't tell me why.
Copacabana. And it smells like ass in here. At the Copacabana, it smells like someone's hairy balls. Sweaty, sweaty balls. My chocolate, salty, sweaty balls. Barbara, if it gets interrupted, go back out and come back in. Sometimes